welcome YouTube, welcome Twitch, welcome Mixer, to another day here in RaceRoom. So this is the second time that we're here in RaceRoom, and this time it's not for the ID challenge like it was before that you can see up there on the screen, that you can go and join in with RaceRoom in VR, out of VR, however you like. We're here because I might possibly be doing an endurance race on Sunday. Possibly, hopefully, we'll see. With the guys over on the 3 Dudes Discord server, which if you're on YouTube, there is a link down in the description below for you to go or find the Discord channel, get involved. It's a nice little community that's mostly involved with the sim racing. It's not like uber serious or anything like that. It's all there for a good bit of fun. Right, what do we know about the game that we're in at the moment? Of course, RaceRoom. I've only had content for this game really for, well, since Sunday. So I'm just getting into this one. And I don't know much about the game and the setup and stuff, so it's very light detail for me. What I do know is the endurance race that we're looking at doing on Sunday, and like I say, I'll hopefully be in there as well.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Mystics. And this is one of the guys that could possibly doing that endurance race too, Mystics. So if you want to see some racing from Mystics as well, Mystics has a channel. You can go over and find his YouTube channel, see some other content from the 3 Dudes server. So I'm going to kind of dig into this. I know you guys can't see my other bit here, but I've got my other panel for doing stuff. So I'm trying to go from there to there. And
My STX24 says, "He'll be there, sir, thanks."
right, I'm in the game properly now. One of the things you'll notice as well is I normally like to have green screen and all that lot, but I really need the access to keyboard and mouse with this game. So I'm over this side of the room instead of that side of the room. Because at the moment I still haven't fit the antenna for my motherboard, so my tiny little Bluetoothy keyboard and mouse aren't getting too well through to the computer. I could use another 3D Bluetooth dongle, but the motherboard's got it built in, so I don't want to do that. So I will have to attach that antenna at some point. By the way, how are you doing, Mystics? Are you doing good? Right. So, a little bit of background information as well, because we're going to look at some single player. First things first, the endurance race I think is going to have practice sessions, and then it's also going to have a 2 1-hour-long endurance races on Spa with GT3 cars. Now that's going to include pits, so we are going to have to pit. And I do know something about that in here, in my control settings, that I have to make sure that...
Says, "Very well, thanks for asking. At work right now, beaming face with smiling eyes."
Cool. Right, so one thing I need to get straight is we have... So there's past paddle shift, and then there's shift custom. So this is how you do things in here depending on what type of cars. This paddle shift custom is actually for my manual transmission, and then that, so I've got two things in here. So you got the standard and then that. which is actually a manual, if that makes sense. But we also have to make sure that when I go to edit assignments, one of the things I need to make sure on is that in here, the gameplay, there is some pit stuff. Don't triple screen. There should be pit stuff. Pit. Where's the pit? Do we know where pit is? There's something in here for pit. Pitting. Because you've got to actually say, oh, I want to pit. And then you've got a pit limiter. I'm sure we do here somewhere. Ah, here we go. So, pit speed limiter. That's going to read my pit speed limiter. And then I need to be able to request pit. So...
X24 says, you just passed it.
Yeah, I did. But we found it. We found it. See, because there's the pit limiter. And then pit request toggle. And... oh, wow, there's loads of other stuff. We'll figure out this as we're going along. So, pit request. So, I presume I just do pit request toggle as the first one. Probably. So, I'm going to put that over here. And we'll leave it there and we'll find out what's what. It's going to be GT3 cars. They're mostly paddle shifts, I think. So I shouldn't need to put this in because that's going to override stuff, I think, otherwise. And we'll see from that. Right, we'll go from there. Can we edit this? So... this one, I want to just see this one a second. That one's got the manuals, so profiles, edit. Okay, so that's me learnt something new. Let's get down to something exciting. Single player. We're going to be looking at Spa, so I want to practice. I don't know Spa really, so I want to do a time trial. I know people always get on my back when I do things like put on the ideal racing line, but for me that's going to be the way for me to learn what the ideal racing line should be, where braking points could be, and things like that. So we're going to go find our track first of all, which is going to be, excuse me, trying to touch type, which is going to be Spa. And we've got Classic, Combined, or Grand Prix. I don't know which one we're doing. I would have presumed that it would be Grand Prix. Do you have a clue, Mystics, on which one we're doing? Classic, Combined, or Grand Prix? Ooh.
My STX24 says Grand Prix.
Excellent. I thought it would be. So, there we are on the Grand Prix. I'm just going to say time of day noon. That's fine. Number of opponents is going to be 0. adaptive AI, visual damage off, tyre wear off, fuel usage off for me at the moment because I'm learning the track first. And the cars that we've got, I've got everything here, but it's going to be GT3s, our GT3 Masters, I think that's it. So we're looking at the cars. Look at all they're all arranged like this in things, so I don't know where absolutely everything is yet. So we've got GT Masters. There's 2 sets here. I think I can use either of those. And I don't know if there's any other GT ones. So you've got CR1, TTMs, done 3s, GTR3. So I got choice from here, which includes Audis, Bentleys, BMWs, B6, M6, Z4,
My STX24 says, which car will he pick?
See, it's a GTR3s. I think we've also got the Masters ones as well. Oh, look at that. There's cars that I haven't driven in here. So there's those. I think, let's have a look at what's in the Masters. Corvettes, BMW, Audi, Mercedes. 15s, Corvette, Mercedes, Nissan. I think I'm going to go with. Ooh, I'm going to be very, very. Oh, I like this. I do have a place. I like GT, Ford GTs as well. But I like this. I do like the Porsches as well, actually. I think Porsche are very good GT cars as well. But I'm feeling the McLaren. Now, looks-wise, I mean, that's so important, isn't it? I mean, that's ever so cool. But I feel that's kind of the colours for... always works with a Ford GT. Livery is important, of course. It has to be done. We can go rather stock on it. We can go a little bit dangerous there. Von Ryan Racing looks fancy on the side. Oops. Let's go back into there. GT3. Done. There. Blue, red, white, blue, red, white, blue, red, white, black, blue, 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 blue. That's quite nice. That's very plain. I kind of like the stealthy, but I also like a little bit of extra bling. Oh, hang on a second. He's 88. 88. I like 8s as a lucky number, so 88 works for me. So that's picked. That's picked. So there we go. We've got that. One thing we haven't said about is the in-game settings, and I want to be able to see the racing line. So gameplay settings, I'm guessing race line on, own or challenged, ideal. Because I don't know where I'm going properly, I've raced more classic Spa, the old classic Spa, with some older cars, which is not this track exactly. So we've now got racing line on so I can get some practice in and try and hopefully learn the track and trim some of this down. So I'm going to go race. You know, it's all very well jumping into anything in VR and having some fun. Definitely like all that. But if you're going to do an endurance race against some people, you kind of want to try and get into the spirit of it and be able to stay in with the pack a bit. So that means I've got to work on some lap time and stuff like that.
Good luck, buddy.
Cheers. Thanks, Mystics. Okay, so we're doing default car setup, so I'm not changing anything there. We've done our options. We're going to set into drive. And I'm going to get comfortable into position.
Thanks so much for that comment. It made my day, smiley face.
You're welcome, Sage Cedar. It was a very good video, by the way. Very well edited together. Liked it. Right, let's see. So, our paddle shifts are working. We're in a good seating position. Yeah, we're in nice. That started rolling backwards. That was going to go into the garage. We don't want that happening. And there should be a racing line once we get out here. So there's our racing line. We're going to follow this up. I've got the tyre wear off. I've got the fuel usage off. And basically, there's a break point. Need to figure out, number one, where some caution points is. So, how I'm going to, you know, my ideal road placement's going to be. And then we'll work it down and we'll eventually get rid of the racing line and we'll put cars into the mix and we'll see how it changes from see, I was already not paying attention. We'll see how it varies there, because of course you want to get to the point where you're driving as much on the edge of the car as you can. I didn't brake hard enough or well enough there, so that's something to watch out for. I've also got like a little bit far away. My pedals are a little bit further away than I would like them.
Sage Cedar says, Salsa, I was playing Ace Combat Bat a few days ago when I saw something new in the option menu. Thinks it's a new mode. Can you check it? it out because it wouldn't let me open it.
Hang on a second. Please. I would have a look at a later time. Obviously not at the moment on the stream. But if there's something new, then it would be cool to find out. But I haven't heard anything about anything new in far as VR goes. If it's the other side, I haven't played the flat screen version.
Sage Cedar says, thanks, smiley face.
Very good game though. It's just a shame, obviously, that there's not enough VR content in that game.
Says, I'll have a look now.
But if it's not on the VR side, I wouldn't know anything really about it.
Sage Cedar says, I wish there was more to it.
Yeah, a lot of people I think definitely need more to it, so come down there. Fourth? Can we make fourth on that? I think fourth is a little bit too passive. Too aggressive. Here we go.
My STX24 says, he chose McLaren nice.
Yeah, it's a nice car. And I thought with the choices there, since I'd had a little bit of a go with the McLaren on Sunday, it might be some slightly familiar ground. But I need to be braking way earlier than that. Right, I messed up again. Coming out wide for that. Right, so this is straight away. I've got to concentrate a bit here on where I'm going first. So from the straight, coming in. Yeah, we can keep fifth there. Long straight.
My STX24 says, brake harder at first, then ease off. One piece of advice on that last part.
Yeah. I'm locking up too much there.
Cedar says, I'm looking now.
That one was more of a hold off rather than brake.
Sage Cedar says, I have to say, if it had more content, Ace Combat VR would. Sage Cedar says, be one of the best VR games.
Yeah, it is true. It'd definitely be a very much more welcome It's one of the things that is missing from flying sims is nice, approachable. Okay, so we've made it around there this time. And we got a sharp right-hand corner at the end here. Now we just got this long straight. And I think we can go right the way straight through here without the brakes. It's a little ragged if you flat out, so I need to lift a little in a couple of places there. So that was right on the edge.
My STX24 says it's with that's perfect.
Thank you. We've got a 235. And what I'm aiming for is to get somewhere in the 220s. So 220 to 224. I want to get consistent around about the 222 to 223 to be competitive.
Found it, it's called air show mode.
Oh no, that's been there since the start. Sage Cedar Air Show mode has actually been there from the start with Ace Combat. Basically, it allows you to choose some maneuvers, and they basically show you like in an air show type fashion. I'm on the accelerator a little too early there.
Sage Cedar says, how do you play
The
it?
it's literally just go in and you can swap to different places on the carrier and see from there. Right. So you want to lift a little there, accelerate back through, don't lift off there. That's nicer, smoother line. Then we've got
Sage Cedar says, no, I mean it won't let me press OT.
I have no idea, dude. Basically, it's just a watch thing. You don't get to fly in that mode. So there'll be like a left and a right, and that's basically it. Left, right, and choose thing. So it'll ask you what you want the next maneuver to be. So all it shows you is possible maneuvers.
Because I want to do some carrier approaches. Sage Cedar says,
Yeah, it doesn't let you do that type of flying. I wish it did.
says, hello pretty eyes. My
Hey, the drunk dreamer.
says, try holding fifth a bit longer if you come down that straight. Might get a few more mph, maybe worth
Okay. Might have to go all the way down into first there, because the pickup from there is so slow.
Drunk Gamer says, I'll be practicing later for row 2 of the GR Super GT Cup.
Oh, cool, dude. How you been, by the way, Drunk Gamer?
Drunk Gamer says, think I'm gonna practice it in PSVR also.
Spa? I'll have to check back on something there, because I'm...
Drunk Gamer.
Oh.
Did you sign up for that one? I'm Lisa, yourself.
I haven't signed up for anything in GTR. GT Sports, because the competition level is... Oh, I forgot what I was doing there. Let's just check some messages for a sec. We got a not count, so let's thing there. Yeah, no, I haven't signed up for anything in Gran Turismo because the competitions are basically all flatland stuff, and I just can't race outside of it. I've played a bit out, on flat screen. I do kind of go back in now and again when they've added new tracks and stuff. And some new cars here and there, but
You got around 3 to 4 kilometers per hour more, holding fifth, beaming face with smiling eyes.
Thanks, dude. Right. So yeah, I haven't done so much on Gran Turismo Sport. It's good with PSVR, but on the PC side, the sim racing has got a lot more appeal. Especially now I've got the new setup in my rig here. Need to learn that one. I don't need to rise off. Right. Could possibly go down into first with that hairpin. Oh, that was a little dodgy. That was a little bit dodgy. That's fourth instead of... It's really putting some of this graphics in the wrong place.
I wish I could do the tournament in PSVR.
Exactly. I'm hoping that, when...
Hairpin is second if you get it right.
Okay, hairpin is second if you get it right. I'm hoping that when the PS5 finally comes along, that they'll actually go, okay, for the PS5, because there is backwards compatibility with PS4 games, they'll say, if you have a PS5, we've updated this game to have a PS5 mode, a PS5 PC, you know, PSVR mode, where the entire game is playable in VR. That is what I would really hope will happen for PSVR and Gran Turismo Sport when that finally comes along, because there shouldn't be, you know, priority. Yeah, I think the PS5 will be able to pull out the proper power there. Right, I'm going to slow down for a minute because I want to change some volume settings here, because one of the things that is getting me is it sounds fantastic in my ears, the roar of the engines, but I'm having problems hearing you guys, and I want to be able to hear you guys properly at times. So let's just change some of these sound settings down, because that is like full on.
There is also rumor of GT3 being a day one release.
You see, that's great as long as it includes the VR, because I think that's one of the things that will really, really make it work for people in terms of racing and stuff like that on the console side of VR. And I think it'd be really good for PSVR owners if Gran Turismo Sport or whatever comes along. I don't see GT7 as being a thing, because they spent so much time with GT Sport, unless it's a, you know, a just straight up continuation with the same engine, most of the same physics and different things like that. I think Sport is pretty much what I would expect. It's not what I deem as a less of a title or anything else like that. It's certainly got, for me, a full release there.
Polly said that we haven't seen how pretty these cars truly are yet until the PS5.
Ah. Yeah, so I'm hoping that, yeah, that's a good clue. I'm just hoping that it goes for the VR as well, that the VR for PS5, that they are allowed to go, okay, we have the horsepower now in this console to actually do that, because that would be immense. That'd be amazing. I'll put this down to there.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the channel.
Dar Drunk Gamer says, and said they can do a visual upgrade on Sport on PS5. Shay7 Ends Gaming says, I'm lost in your eyes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I like the eyes on VR. I think, you know, you need to express, and eyes do it. Of course, it's a little hard to wink. You have to do this. And blinking, well, you know, I have to take my hands off the steering wheel, and that doesn't work right. It's all about the...
All right. I call him Pretty Eyes, huh?
Right, let's get back into some of the gameplay here. I still need to get my brain into where I am, but that's going to help me overcome some of that.
Gaming says, HUUUNGRYIs.
Yeah, huge eyes. Okay. Ah. How do you know my eyes aren't like this, Wow, that hasn't decreased the engine noise down that much for me. Why hasn't it?
Shay7 Ends Gaming says, lol, I was singing Hungry Eyes. Dar Drunk Gamer says, I know, I I heard it in my head base with tears of joy.
That's right on the edge. Yeah, that's right on the edge. Come on, come on, come on. No, don't invalidate that lap. That's okay, that's okay. Right. I was so concentrated on that first bit that I forgot to remember this bit. Right, double left. So this plays out like 2. We're going to keep it. We could have gone for 3rd there. So I need to still brake more than I was there. Bump.
Drunk gamer says. So Salsa, Mount first round race I qualified 10th and got 10th, only 2 days of practice though.
From, I need to read that back in a minute. So flat through there, we're good. And then there's my break point. And I missed it. That could have been very bad. I could have gone straight into that wall. Right. My engine noise and the volumes are still way too high. I don't know what's going on there, but I want to change that option. So the game setting sounds just, you know, they are really, really, there, transmission whine. Maybe that's it. Boom, 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 boom. That's 50. Transmission whine. We're going to put that out to 50. Because it really is loud in here at the minute. Road noise 50. Just so that I can hear you guys, because I'm having a real hard time hearing you guys. Lower those down a bit. Ambient sounds. Okay. Nice. Nice, dude. 10th from 10th. Was it 10th from 10th? Or how many people were there? So, your first round, you qualified 10th and you got 10th. How many people were there, though, in total? More than 10 on the grid? Right. So, back. We'll return to the garage. And we're going to drive. I'm going to have to turn on my fan.
Says 20-person race.
Okay. If the fan noise is too heavy, please tell me. But I'm getting a little bit hot here. Right, here we go. Oh, that's a point as well, actually. I want to... Sorry. I'm wondering the HUD. There's a HUD piece here that's basically showing right in front of my gears at different points, and I'm like, I shouldn't really need to look down at gears, but it gets a bit weird there.
That's good.
So halfway down the pack, if you've done 2 days practice, that's cool. Right, this is not, you know, is your kind of outlap, so
Shay 7 Ensigns Gaming says, sorry I missed it. Dar Drunk Gamer says, thanks, could have been worse, huh?
yep. That sounds better. I can hear you guys now. I couldn't hear you guys before. Right, I'll do that. Done 200. There's my break point. Little overshoot there.
Dar
That's
Drunk
okay.
says, haha, well this sat is road 2.5 PMS.
So 233 is still my top lap.
Drunk Gamer says, gonna practice in a couple hours for a good while.
Right, that one I need to remember. Third is definitely a must. I thought I could get it higher, but no can do.
Dar Drunk Gamer says, just got to get off work first, angry face.
Yeah, that stuff happens. But you need to have the work to be able to pay for stuff.
Says, we'll be testing the C7 Corvette here tonight. Only own 2 GT3 cars so far.
So you're going to go with the Corvette there, Mystics. Nice. Good bit of American muscle. I still feel that shifting down to
That's a cool car.
first would be better. I locked up a bit there. Right, we've got the long straight. We have to lift off on this first bit a bit.
Says, oh, I know Salsa, it's very catch-22. My STX24 says, yes, first there.
Yeah, on the chicane. Cool. That seemed a little bit ugly to me. That could be smoother, I think, but still third. That was really ugly. That was neat enough. Right, a couple more laps, basically. Oh, ho, ho, and I did it again. I didn't pay attention. Darn. That was definitely not good. Right, let's do something here. Gameplay settings. I'm actually going to go and turn...
You practicing for a race?
Yes, I am. We've got a an endurance race on the Sunday.
Crash.
Yeah, crash. Endurance race on the Sunday, which will have the warm up, qualifying, and then 2 2-hour races on Spa the Spa Grand Prix track here with GT3 cars. So that's what I'm trying to practice here and get myself prepared so that I know where I'm kind of going. Let's return to garage. Right, I now don't have a driving line to guide me.
My STX24 says, you can PM on Discord, got a bit from here of some practice laps if you want.
Thanks, Mystic. I tend to think I need to just feel it out.
Drunk gamer.
I will work it down more.
Nice. I seen that circuit. I missed it.
I lifted off a little bit too much there, but this is an outlap, so...
Drunk gamer says, this is my first online tournament.
Cool, dude.
My STX24 says, no problem.
So I think, when I'm watching someone else, my memory is so bad that it doesn't work. And as you know, I think when you're driving around something yourself, when you drive around something, especially in VR, it's a different experience. Driving for myself, it works better for my memory. If I'm watching somebody else's race lines, I'm not going to be taking it in. I'm going to be going, oh, that's really good. Unless I really, really, truly am focused on a certain corner and saying, how have they taken this approach to that? But I need to get a good knowledge of the track where I can pretty much automatically go, okay, I know roughly where I am now. I should be across this line here.
My STX24 says, completely understand, sir. Everyone does it differently.
Okay, this is the first lap without a line, the first full lap, so we'll see how we do.
Agreed. That's why I'm going to practice in PSVR later. Same car setup so it's the same as the tournament.
Yep, and I came straight off there, typical. Never mind.
Drunk gamer.
We'll figure this out. So down here, I have a lift point here. Cross to the right. Keep it over the left. And then we're staying over to the right. And to the left. Brake point is about there. Little heavy-handed in there. Midpoint there, off a bit. I broke too hard there. I could have kept on the gas a little bit more. That could be second. I could get much better in the revs range through there from second. Because then I can be back on the power here quicker. This one is down to third a bit. There it is. Nice and wide there. Second through and up, and Just get there for third. Keep going on the power. Keep going on the power. Right. After this left-hander, I think we're ready for the we're ready for the hairpin. Too late, too late, too late, too late. Missed my break point. Okay, just missed my break point. I overshot it a little bit there. But mistakes are there to be made to learn from. Nice and early across there. On first, second. Come on, come on. That was nice. I need to hold off putting the accelerator there. I was on the gas too early. That cost me a good line. It's quite a late braking point on that one. Treat it as one long corner, I think. Okay, we've got to be ready for this. I lifted a bit there, I shouldn't have done. Ready for the chicane here. I was a bit earlier than I needed there. I could have pushed that a little bit more. But we're up to first and we're up 26. So we're down to the 20s. We're into the 20s. That's a good place to be. So this is where we start to try and find the extra seconds that I'm going to need to be able to be in the pack with everybody. We're just going to work it, work it, work it, work it, work it. See if we can get some consistency. I wish there wasn't the display that came straight over my gears. There's an info, that info bit that comes straight over the gearing window. And I sort of like second guess myself as to what gear I'm in, especially as it's coming near a corner. I forgot. Damn it. But I set a newer record for myself there. Until I forgot that one. In a race, that's not going to be too bad. I'm just looking at, you know, getting the line, seeing where I can push it. Before we move on to putting some cars on this grid for me to test myself out against racing. Because ideal racing lines is one thing. And getting your lap time overall down is one thing. Track knowledge that way. Track knowledge against AI and real opponents is a totally different matter. Because basically speaking, knowing your ideal line, knowing your car tolerance, you know, your tolerances through there is helpful, but in a real race, you're driving towards the edge. When you can use the ideal line, you use it, but you also need to find out all those bits where you can maybe take a slightly different line, and the only way you can do that is of course with a little bit of practice. But come on. Okay, we're just ahead of myself now. Up to fourth.
My STX24
Oh.
says, if you get into the 38-second range on first sector, you are on pace or very close. 148 on second sector.
Nice, dude. Right, flat out through here. Oh, I thought I could do it flat there, but I couldn't. I've invalidated that lap because I was trying to be a little bit too smart with it. I thought I could flat out. I need to, that last bit before the chicane, I need to make sure and lift off a tiny, tiny amount there. So the corner before the chicane, the longer left-hander, I think it was. I need to lift a little there so that I can not overrun, but I can still, you know, take that in a good place. I could do with shifting down earlier there.
Magic says, hello.
Hey, Magic, how you doing, buddy? I'm getting some practice in. I'm not at your levels yet. I'm into the 2 minute 28 at the minute, Working on it. Just working on my lines and my break points.
Hi, Magic.
Of course, if you haven't checked out Magic as well, he's already got a video up of some of his practice, which was actually on a grid. Because unlike me, he actually knows the track more.
Magic says, I'm right about there too.
So this should improve on the last one.
Says, hi, my STX.
So we're at 226.
Says, that corner there, go further right, 2 wheels over boundaries, you can go flat out.
I'm lifting too much there, or that gear, the 5th gearing here, just does not work for that. Ah, no, 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 no. Gone off, damn it. Okay.
My STX24 says, meant corner before last chicane, fast left.
Yep. Okay.
Magic says, what car is that?
This is the McLaren. There you go. MP4 12C. It's a bit of a giveaway there. This lap's invalidated, so it doesn't matter me looking around the cockpit a bit. Right, so we'll get it back and try the best we can for that
Magic.
longer sweeping corner.
You're okay.
Yeah, there's the line. Oh, that felt a lot more on the edge. That changed the braking point up a bit. I had to pull... I did the braking point slightly different there.
Done practicing.
How you doing? What's your times getting roughly? But you was practicing with a grid though, an actual race grid. I'm still learning the track and my brake points.
Says, great job.
We're carrying a couple little bits of extra there.
Magic says, make sure in settings you have it set to get real.
I hope it is. I normally have everything as without the things. Without assists, I don't go for assists much. I try not to anyway. Because obviously then it's not driving itself. Let's find out. I invalidated that lap. I shouldn't have done that really, but you've got me paranoid now. You've got me paranoid. Because you'll have to tell me where that says that, because if it's in options, What am I looking at? Gameplay settings or... Because I don't know where that is.
Sorry, bro, lol.
I turn, basically, I don't know what I'd be looking for there for.
Magic says UUUMMMM. My STX24 says, think you have to back out to main screen. Magic
Okay.
says, go to garage, I think. My STX24 says, before race to set. My STX24 says, maybe garage as well.
Okay, let's try return to garage. Options. That's the same as before, so gameplay settings, driving. Okay, there we go. Get real. So that's the same. So that's going to be the default for everybody to get real. Like I say, braking assist, factory ABS on, factory TC on. I quite often turn those off myself.
Says, turn stability control off.
Yeah, that's
My
off.
STX24
That's off.
says, yep, good.
AO controlled in pit lane. Race line off. Own or challenged. That's fine. Cool. Cool. Right. Let's try it like that and see how much of a change that brings to it. I'm gonna have a little bit of a drink. What time have we got? Oof. Nearly 9:30. How long have we been streaming? 1 hour 12.
Magic.
Not
says,
bad.
yup, stability off makes the car completely different.
Right. Let's find out what's gonna happen here.
Magic says, good thing you check lol. Magic says, watch your corners.
Straight on the outlap. Nice. I went down to second there. I think I should have kept the third
Magic
and switched
says,
later.
yep.
Right, let's see. Keep through here, that long sweeping left-hander. I could carry that a little bit better. Oh ho ho ho! That back end is a lot more active through there. Okay, we'll have to readjust for that. Wow. Yeah. Back end is a lot more active there.
Magic says, I had very same things happen to me also.
You wanted to kick me there. Right, let's just concentrate on getting a valid lap. And whittle it away again. I wish that bar would not appear exactly there. It's exactly in the wrong place. Right, long left hand here. Careful a little. That's better. Shifted that down to 4 for that there.
Nicely done.
Hold that out, and there's our break point. Okay, that felt smooth enough. Oh, ho, ho, that curb's slippy, that curb is slippy. We went a little sideways. That was not great, but you know, as messing it up goes, that could have been worse. So now I have to watch out for that curb. So there's going to be some curbs where we can obviously make it, and then other curbs where it's going to be a little bit more dangerous to touch them. Want to carry this one across like a longer sweeping. Okay. I say okay a lot. Someone pointed out actually in a comment recently that they was going to do a drinking game with my live streams, and that for every time that I say okay, they was going to take a shot. And I said, look, you're going to have to be very careful with that, because you will end up with alcohol poisoning.
Magic says, okay.
Exactly. Glad to see you getting in the spirit of it. Oh, that curb. I think I've got to watch out for that curb. I'm stepping onto that curb a little bit too much. That was bad, but recovered. I'm starting to get this track a little bit more in the flow, so I'm not having to think too hard. You can see some of my skid marks from earlier. That's still valid as a lap, I think. So we're 1 second behind. Well, 1.8 seconds behind. That was good. Into sixth there and on the brakes. Watch out for this slippy there. If you put the gas on too early, that could have been the, back end out into the wall.
RV, our closet says, training, I see.
Hey, RVR, yeah, I am. I'm trying to learn my race line here, trying to get the ideal line for me down.
My STX24 says, hi River.
Oh, ho, ho. Right.
Magic says, hi RVR. RV, our closet says, hi guys.
That was a little bit nicer. That wasn't that much faster, but felt much better because that felt smoother. I've got to stay away from that curb now, and this one. Keep that back end I've no idea how I managed to keep the back end there. That was teetering.
Closet says. What times are you doing salsa?
My current fastest is 2:26. So I'm still off the pace, but not too far off the pace.
RV, our closet says. McLaren, I see.
Yep.
RV, our closet says. Not too bad. RV, our closet says. Have you been training more magic?
Right. Yeah, he has been training more. Right, it was a bit rough.
Magic says. Oh yes, I just stopped a few minutes ago long. My STX24 says. 1 hour and we are going to get sweaty. RV, our closet says. 2 hours, grinning face.
That's what the fan's there for. Hopefully the fan isn't making too much noise over the mic for you guys.
RV, our closet says. Good to hear, Magic. How's your pace? RV, our closet says. No.
Thanks, dude. Oh, I forgot something. I keep on having that corner is a thing with
I
me.
got a low 226, almost a high 225. RV, our closet says. In-game is a bit low, maybe. RV, our closet says. Sweet magic.
Yeah, I've turned the in-game down a good bit so that I can hear you guys, because in my ear holes the in-game sound is really loud.
Magic says. In a Corvette long. RV, our closet says. Oh yeah, RaceRoom is loud. Grinning face with big eyes. RV, our closet says.
Oh, stepped over it.
Magic says. Yaffles.
Right, I don't want to mess this corner up this time.
Says. So that's the winner, Magic.
That was good. That was good. That felt so good.
Magic says. She likes to step out on me in some corners, so I need to work on my clear. RV, our closet says. Good lines there, Salsa.
Shame I messed up here though. But yeah, that felt so good. That actually did put me ahead a good bit, and then I
Closet.
messed up.
Yeah, be careful on those speed corners. Magic.
I hate that thing going across on the HUD.
I will be racing in the best.
Oh, here we go again. I forgot that. You know where it's got the HUD bit that goes across there? Which option one of that from the HUD is it? Because that is really annoying me, where it goes straight across my readouts, and I'm like, what the actual hell? So I want to get rid of that that one there. Gameplay settings, is it? Is it HUDs down here? Driving? HUD settings. So there's one that keeps on coming up, and it goes straight over the gearing, and I'm like, am I in the right gear? Because it's right at a breaking point.
Magic says, "Okay, Mr. Ketchup, no more practicing for you, lol." RV our closet says, "Yes, I hate virtual HUDs." My STX24 says, "The Vietnamese cannot wait to test it." RV our closet says, "Ha ha ha."
How do we get rid of that? How do I get rid of that? Is there one here that's thing?
My STX24 says, "We'll test the Mustang as well, I think, beaming face with smiling eyes."
Is it this one? Position bar? Is that the one that it does it? Or is it the data display?
RV our closet says, "The Callaway is nice, love the sound in that." Magic says, "I love how the vet feels, a little balance of power and handling."
The engines sound nice in the vets.
RV our closet says, "None of them salsa."
None of them. So that bit that goes keeps on going straight across my display for different bits isn't one of these, like the data display or the position bar, because it's really, really
RV our
annoying.
closet says, "Not actually sure you can take away all HUDs popping up."
I bet you can take away some, but I mean that one is really, really thing. I'm just gonna try taking those two as off.
Our closet says, "Like timings and stuff."
Yeah, it's the timings, and it's just popping up right above my displays here, and it's at a breaking point, and I'm like, was I in third there or second there, or am I in the right place there? And it's really where that's positioned for this car is going to annoy the heck out of me. I want to be able to move that thing or get rid of it. So I'm going to try that and see what happens there.
RV our closet says, "Yes, I know."
We'll see what happens. Because having that go right in front of my gearing, when I'm on a breaking point, I'm like, that's not a good place for that to be popping up at. Right, so all of that stuff is gone. I've only got my mini map now. Yeah, the pop-up. It would be nice if I could rearrange. There isn't like a mods thing where you can rearrange where bits in the HUD are, is there?
"Have you done any iRaces today, Magic?"
Right. And no, that bit still pops up, so there's the pop-up.
"That would be nice salsa."
So that is the pop-up that keeps on coming up in front of my HUD, so I can't actually see it. And I'm like, why did they do that? Why did they do that there? It's like the worst place to have the HUD. Is there a HUD position change? Can I want to see if there is a HUD position change, because if there's a HUD position change, then maybe that could help.
RV our closet says, "Yes, I would like to get rid of them as well."
I mean, if I do that, but mini display. So those on.
RV our closet. Says. If you find it, let me know. RV our closet. Says. Grinning face.
Yeah. I will have to research the heck out of where exactly that is.
Magic. Says. Yes, I at 97%, but had to reset about 4 times due to aggressive crap from my lol.
Right, let's just see what that does. Okay.
Magic. Says. So I took a break. RV our closet. Says. Yeah, then they might be too fast at 97.
I almost went into a wall there. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Kept it.
RV our closet. Says. I have been on Sector 3 about this for years. Grinning face with big eyes.
That's the setting. It didn't pop up there. We found the setting to turn it off. Ha ha!
My STX24. Says. What about the new mod thing Flan posted? RV our closet. Says. Really? Astonished face. My STX24. Says. He found it. RV our closet. Says. Damn.
You just have to not know what you're doing and press every button.
I think I'll bump them back down to 95 and finish a race tonight. RV our closet. Says. What did you do?
Apart from skidding out on there, and a race is a good idea actually. We need to test my metal. Okay, so in the options, when you go to gameplay settings, down here, on HUD settings, change the last one, in-game overlays, to off. And that will get rid of that split time overlay thingy without getting rid of some of the other stuff. So I've still got my positional stuff, my mini map, my best lap time, current time up the top. Right. Okay, we're going to do a quick bit of racing because just for me to feel what it's like on a grid here.
Says, awesome, that haven't worked before. Great find, Salsa. My STX24 says, awesome, we'll turn that off tonight. Thanks, sir. Magic.
Quite welcome.
Sweet.
Right. One thing I'm curious about, because sometimes I haven't checked everything in this game out yet, obviously. So I'm curious about views as well. Resume there. While I'm stopped here, I can do my change of camera. So we've got...
Try them at 95% as well, Salsa.
Maybe. I don't know if there was a percentage there, but I'm just checking the views. So we've got a standard on the windscreen, and if it's raining, you can try and eat the windscreen wiper. One of my favourite things to do. Front of the bonnet of the car, but basically the car is gone. This is super, super weird when you're racing this view. I know on the screen it doesn't look like anything, but it can be great fun in VR and can really, really make you go, ah! Oh, would you look at how good that looks? Just a bit of a nice. Look at that. Of course, that's Black Pan. Black.
That's throw up mode lol.
So this is the also there, of course. GT3 wise, I've been doing more in Assetto Corsa. But look at this. This does look good. This has got all of the Blanc Pan on there as well. And then we've got back to here. We don't have a helmet cam. I would have liked a race helmet cam in here as well, but I can live without it. Yeah, that does look, as my bot says, nice. Why it says nice instead of nice, I don't know. It's a bot. We have to ask Google. Google sort your bot. Right. So, you're saying percentage. I didn't think there was a percentage. We can try. Options. Gameplay settings. HUD. HUD. So game game overlays was the one. It just has on or off. It doesn't have percentages. I don't know where you was talking about percentage there. Oh, you was talking. Oh, sorry. Try 95 as well. So okay, yeah. I get you.
RVR closet.
Now I got you. Yeah.
No, in I stream. Grinning face with big eyes. RVR closet. Says.
Right. So
single player.
Single player. We're going to do this. Opponents. How many opponents did you have on there, Magic? So I want same class, basically. I want everything from here.
Magic says 35.
You had 35. Garage spots. How do I change that? RVR
closet says their quality is well, Salsa. At 95 they will be pretty close to your times.
Okay, so I'm changing this to...
I never changed it, but you don't really need that many, lol.
35. Apply. Yeah, I don't think you really need that at all. Right, now, where is their hardness? Where's the AI hardness? Adaptive. There we go. So we're going to try 95 to see how I measure up against Magic there. Where did you start? Or are you saying like qualify? Because I don't want to do the qualifying thing because we're on stream and it's getting late. My brain will fry. So I don't to do the qualifying. Qualifying off, race length minute, 10 minutes. 10 minutes fine. I think. Start mode, is that from, are we starting from a standing grid, standing start or rolling start?
Magic says, I can't wait to see this. Magic says, 18.
So you start from 18th, so where can we change the starting place?
RVR closet says, standing.
Okay, so standing, race 10 minutes. Race length done. Rules preset. Practice mins off single session. Dun, dun, dun. Where's position?
Says. Scroll down.
Ah, you have to push buttons there. Okay, so additional lap mandatory. Flag rules. Grid position. There we go. 18th. I'm gonna need luck. I'm gonna need a lot of luck. So 18th grid possession, flag rules off, cut track penalties, drive through. Wow. Yeah, I guess we're leaving those on.
Says. Don't forget to change your car. Magic says. I finished 9th.
Car 88. So there's my car. We got our opponents.
That will be on in the Sunday race.
So that'll be on. Okay.
Our closet says. Drive through.
So flag rules.
Magic says. Damn it, lol.
Okay, track cut penalties, drive through.
JD Max
Flag rules.
Says. Hello. RV our closet.
Hey JD Max.
Lol.
How you doing, JD? Welcome to the stream, by the way.
RV our closet says. Flags only visible.
Flags only visible. Okay. So we're going to be doing that. I presume there will be tyre wear. Did you have tyre wear on as well, Magic, or did you leave that off?
RV our closet says. Yes, lol.
I need to put tyre wear on to just so that I know what it's going to feel like. Visual damage off.
Says. X2.
You're going to have X2 on the day. I know that. I'm going to keep the fuel use off for the moment. I don't want that much detail on it.
Says. Yes, and fuel also.
Fuel also, okay. So we're doing ×2 on fuel as well. Oh, help. By the way, oh. Right. So this is going to be proof of my ineptitude. I think we're hopefully good there.
Says. Yes. Magic says. LMAO.
This is going to be me being very bad. We're starting there. I need a pre-drink.
RV our closet says. You will not need to piss on a 10-minute race though. Magic says. Good luck, bro.
Cool. I'm just leaving it standard. I'm not going to fiddle about with the amount of fuel I've got in there either. So my standard
RV our closet
should probably be high there. 10 minutes. We've got 10 minutes. ×2 on the fuel. Well, actually, I should check my fuel and just make sure that it doesn't do a certain person's fuel and, you know.
Says. Good luck. Magic says. I did 7 laps. RV our closet says. You need to practice pits and set pit presets for Sunday though.
Yeah. I've set the call. Wrong ring. Wrong course. Wrong course. Whoops. That's not Spa. Track.
RV our closet says, ha ha ha.
Okay, we've got all that set now.
Magic says, lol S0 had a facelift, haha.
Yeah, it did. Okay, so we've got everything is set there.
Says, lol.
Yeah. Right.
RVR closet says, damage on.
We'll leave... Dude, that's too much loading on. That's like everything full blown. I want to be able to get around. we're leaving one thing. We're leaving one thing out. I want to be able to make it. We're live on stream here. We don't need to make a break.
Practice. Magic says, RVR is so bossy, haha.
Yeah, we got to
RVR closet says, ha ha ha.
you know, we've got to keep it
RVR closet says, sorry bud, grinning face.
yeah, it's a little. It would have been a little bit too much, I think. Otherwise, it would full on all at once, and I'd be like, no, I've wrecked the front of my car. I've destroyed this. I've destroyed the other tire, and you know, I've obviously reduced the weight of my car, but its aerodynamics would be for naught, or I break a wheel, and it goes boing 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 down the track. Right, so car setup. Whoa, why have I suddenly got frame issues there? That's a bit stuttering. I got some stuttering there. We're looking for fuel. Fuel is for 5 laps. So it takes, what, 2 minutes? We're at 2 minutes 26, 28, so 28 seconds, so 10 minutes, 5 laps should probably do it. That should hopefully make us through to the end. I wanted a couple of extras just in case. We'll say 6. Okay.
Magic says, good choice with adding an extra lap to be safe. Magic says, good luck.
Oh.
Yeah, better safe and sorry as Sumerian. Grinning face.
Damn. That was a first attempt.
Closet says, ouch.
Okay, okay.
RV, our closet. Says. Try again.
I think the amount of AI on this grid is actually affecting my frame rate a little here. Come on. I messed up there. And again. Someone's pushing me there. I'm not carrying the speed through to that corner right. They're aggressive at 95.
RV, our closet. Says. Brake at 100 mark. Magic. Says. Sounds like deep sea diving when you breathe long.
Sorry, dude. There's a fan going on to the mic as well. Oh, shite. There is actually a fan there that's blowing straight onto it as well.
Focus.
Alright, let's try that again. So you could be catching the fan as well as my breathing. My breathing is heavy. I don't have the normal background stuff set up that I usually have, which also accounts for my breathing, which is why a lot of people sometimes say, oh, different things with sound issues, because I normally have a lot there to cut it out.
No worries, bro. Just kidding with you.
Because I'm highly conscious about it, because I have a lot of nasal issues, which I shall hopefully later this year go back from doing the steroids to going to an operation which will reduce the amount of steroids I need.
I do the same as you.
Right, let's see if I can get it this time.
Magic. Says. Oh, now I feel bad. I'm sorry.
No big deal, dude. It's the daily. Not a great start there. Oh, I somehow made it through that. It wasn't very good though. Oh, they're a lot slower than me there. Why are they that much slower than me there? We're going to get round a lap or two just so that I can see braking points off of some of these.
RV are closet, says. They have strong and weak points. RV are closet, says. Sometimes they are a bit slow in some corners. Magic, says. Watch the chicane also, they will be slow.
It's a good job I didn't turn that damage on. Right. They're slow through here as well, I know that much. So they're fast through this corner. Back end wanted to come away from me then. Just managed to keep that. Right. I want to get that skyline.
RV are closet, says. The McLaren don't like Serbs, just a warning.
I didn't quite catch that.
RV are closet, says. Curbs.
Yeah, some curbs it's not friendly with. I have figured that out.
Magic, says. You're actually doing well, bro. Cut it out long. RV are closet, says. Vlog.
Shame I'm in 28th. Here we go, that's got me somewhere. Skyline's in the back there. Hopefully I can get something off the draft here. Keep it tidy, keep it tidy. Have a peek.
RV are closet, says. Nice.
Had a bit of a peek, it didn't quite work.
closet. Says, they will battle you.
Yeah, they will. Almost lost that back end there. I was a bit scared there. I could have done better. I've lost speed there, lost it there. And there's one on the inside. Gotta get my line back. Got it back, up into 6th, and...
Magic says, I think Mr. Ketchup
Oh!
some good battles Sunday.
Hopefully, I'm hoping that I can make it. I'm still uncertain because basically when we normally start is when there is a family Sunday dinner type of situation. I'm going to restart that because I think that is a good place to start.
Says, oh no.
Yeah, span out. Yeah, so it's kind of dependent on things like that. That's the only issue that I have there because we normally have dinner early, like 3 o'clock, and so it's that way or right in the middle.
Says, you guys will battle. Magic says, hide from the family long.
Yeah, the kitchen's just right away from my door there, so that is a little hard to do. All right, let's do this as one complete race, as no matter where I come from. Look at that crush. In behind a big old Bentley boat. Come on, why? He's like, he was fine, and then he went and broke. He broke at such an odd point. He would have been fine there.
Magic says, what's for dinner?
Sunday roast normally. On a Sunday.
Avi, our closet says, ha ha ha, you were getting me hungry, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Magic says, yummy.
Oh, that's frustrating. Okay, we're gonna have one last restart. I want to feel that, but that was like, oh my god. Okay, right. It's getting in a bit with the lulls of the yummy. I was sort of like tickled pink a bit there. Right. Since it's only one lap in, we're gonna do that, and we'll try and make it stick
Avi,
this
our
time.
closet says, was that curb or I?
It was AI. There's AI on the spin. Basically, the back end was there. It was right teetering on the edge, and then I felt a bit of a shunt, and round I went.
Magic says, that's why I took a break too.
It's a little bit of rubbing. Hello, Miss Nissan. You're going to be a pain through here, aren't you? Yeah, I saw your back end going. Let me past. We gained a couple there. Oh, he's right on my jacksie. So we're back in 19th there. We've got to set up for this corner. I scared him there a bit, I think. Wow, he's out of shape there. Back into 18th.
RB, our closet says, yeah, looked like he got smoked.
I need to carry more through on there. I keep on backing off more than I should there. And I keep on trying to push that a bit more than I should. That was close, that was close. Almost invalidated the lap time.
Magic says, much better flow.
I'm nervous about where to put the power back on that corner.
RV, our closet, says. I'm really excited for Sunday.
It will be awesome.
Magic, says. Me too.
Oh, that was, he was unexpectedly slow there. I wasn't expecting a stoppage right there through there. I'm back into 17th. How did I not lose a place there?
Magic, says. I really hope you can make it salsa. RV, our closet, says. Oh no, first is so closeness, and then crash.
Yeah, it was a void and then nothing I could do. There was so... I don't know if something had happened in front of him as well.
RV, our closet, says. Not sure what they were doing.
They were out to butcher my lap times. That's what they were doing.
Magic, says. An eye brain fart long.
Bentley in behind me. Go away, Mr. Boat. The back end is very, very playful on that. If you're pushing that accelerator a little bit too early. Have to be gingerly with that thing. Right. The Audi goes through here a little bit slow, I think. Yeah, there's them stepping on the brakes. They could have flowed better through there, but not so bad this time. Kept it in 5th.
Magic.
Oh,
Out there a few times.
that's cost me. I'm down into 24th. That was my fault. I really was pushing that.
RV, our closet, says. Avoid curbs as much as possible in that car salsa.
Yeah, I keep on pushing the edge of the curbs there. Right. Oh. Hello, Mr. Audi. It's amazing when you can see some of these cars, the back end of them just slipping around.
RV, our closet, says. Especially inside serves. RV, our closet, says.
What was... There was a message that was... Oh. Something I need to check out. Make sure that I have actually got set up. Options. Control settings. I did have it set up, I swear. So in my edit assignments, I should have... Okay, I've got the pit limiter. It's this one.
RVR closet says, do you have traction control mapped?
I don't have traction control mapped, I don't think. I did actually have triple screen. Gameplay, cameras, pit stops. So these are two other things, the pit stops. So I haven't done a pit stop.
RVR closet says, can be useful.
Traction control. Oh, I had that as brake bias. So, there we go. Traction control is now mapped. So I've got brake bias on my dial on the right and traction control on my plus minus keys on the left. And I've got the request pit is I think it should be that one. Bottom left of my rim. And I've got a pit limiter is my enter button on my big round dial-y thing. Hopefully I can remember all of this, but we're going to request a pit stop and see what happens there, because I don't know other stuff that could happen through that.
RVR closet says, if you want more than one preset for pits, you need increase, decrease, and up, down. Magic says, okay, I got to go eat. Good job and stream. Keep up the great work, bro.
Thanks, dude. Okay, so I need to... I don't want these view change buttons, so I need to perhaps...
Says, have a good meal, Magic.
So I need pit navigation stuff. Right. You had to make it difficult. This is ridiculous. Back. Okay, so options. So I've got to do what? I've got controls, edit assignments. So I don't want the look left, look right. So if I removed those two, I'm not having a problem on doing that, using those for some navigation for this pit stuff. Gameplay. Gameplay, no.
RVR closet says, and don't forget to practice. RVR closet says, pit menu toggle if you want to take the menu down before you go into pits.
So I've got one for my pit request, and then I've got to do what? Pit toggle and select. So if I use pit toggle and select. Yeah. So that should hopefully do it. is that pit menu toggle. So that's going to go through things or down things. And then pit menu increase, decrease. Wow. Too many buttons. Is that all I need? Or am I going to need all of these filled out in some way? Because that's going to be really a pain if I do, because then I'm not going to be able to have any other kind of things on here. Well, a bit of a pain. I suppose I have to work out different things. So I'm not really pressing the back button. I don't tend to press the view back button. I tend to try and use the mirrors. But it is nice to have a view backwards button sometimes. But in VR, of course, I tend to go for the realism of trying to use the mirrors.
RVR closet says, only if you want to do changes in the preset or different presets.
Okay, so that's good. And when I go back to here, we then have presets. So I don't have a preset. Do I need to do a preset now or not? No idea here. And it's getting rather late.
RVR closet says, create new.
See, this is so much detail of stuff that I've got to do.
RVR closet says, fuel and tires is the most important.
Enduro. Right, so fuel add front. Are we picking our own? Is there a rule on which tyres we've been picking? Because I'm on hards.
Says, you will need both on Sunday.
So add fuel, and that says safe, normal, risky.
The VR realm says, salsa. RVR closet says, only hard.
Hey VRL. Only hard tyres, okay. Add fuel. Do I do this safe or do...
RVR closet says, hi VR realm.
So what are we doing for fuel? We adding just safe or normal? Which I presume will be the same amount that I've probably pre-selected somewhere. And of course, anybody who's just joining in and watching,
says, safe or normal, I guess.
Safe or normal? We'll try normal. Yeah. Go check out VR Realm's channel as well if you want some other VR content. He does a whole mix of different things there. Right. So we're doing that. That's good. So that's all done, hopefully, now. And I can go back. So that shall obviously be in there as my preset. I go back and I resume. There's my thing, and I just can go, oh, let's figure out what I'm doing there. So that goes like that. It's got my preset is now up, and I can literally go toggle on off,
RVR closet says,
select.
you have to press the tires so they go green.
I can't actually get to the tires, so I need an up and down for the tires as well.
Hey RVR and cheers salsa.
Okay, the toggle is not that, so that toggle on off is not good.
Says, and you can just go into pit.
when I do select, it goes green, so I do need a down.
No in preset.
Okay, so if I go there, in here, and that's the presets, and I see I need those as green there. So I've done that, but I can't actually say the confirm. Or does that...
start discussing getting our plan going. Keep thinking we need to get it going, winking face. RVR closet, says. So you don't need to fiddle on track.
Okay, so... Now that I'm there... Pit in confirmed. Oh, I see. So I toggle that off. And then I'm still confirmed. Right. I think I get it. Let's go find the pit lane. Yeah, no, we do need to talk, dude, but it's always whenever time wise. Because we need to make sure that both of us have a free point in the schedules. And obviously mine is just in evenings after work, which I don't get home until about 7, sometimes after 7.
RVR closet, says. Nope, now you deselected pit stop.
No, I didn't. It's still there. I toggled off. So that's still pit in confirmed. It's the display. Because if I do that one, that toggles off. And I thought I'd done the toggle display, so I'm pressing a button here that was toggle. Is that actually disconfirming my pit stop? See, that's still confirmed. Let's try it, because I thought it was just the visual. Right, where is the pits? Here it is.
The VR realm, says. Yeah, I'm normally free evenings. I work until 2:30 PM each day and then can be free after then most days. RVR closet, says. Yes, now you're doing it right.
But it was the last lap, of course, so let's just test that out quickly. Yeah, so I don't get off until basically I don't get home until about 7ish usually. So we need to sort of like set up, say, you know, go through based on that.
Ha ha ha, race over.
Right, we know where we are. I'm just going to do that single event. I've got things set up. We're going to just quick do that. We're going to try that one last time through. And we're going to try a sneaky pit stop in there as well. Unfortunately, I couldn't make fully use of that for seeing where I did against Magic then. Yes, I believe it is. I did have the... No, I didn't have manual pit stops there. I don't know. You got to remember, as soon as you say, did you have that? Did you have that? Did you have that? I'm not aware of everything that's in this game yet. Oh, it's a lot to take in. So again, we're looking at options again, more options, 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 options. Mind blowing. It's a spewing volcano of brains.
Says, you changed that in-game options.
gameplay settings. I'm on Get Real. I don't know that was, you know,
RV, our
cockpit
closet says.
HUDs.
Lol.
It's not got a thing there. No idea. No idea. No idea.
RV, our closet says. I control in pit. RV, our closet says. I saw it.
So in-game gameplay settings, AI control in pit, driving. Okay, so I want that off. So it's manual. Fun times. Right. Let's try this.
RV, our closet says. Yes. RV, our closet says. Crossing my fingers.
They were battling out there. That was a close one. I got some major slowdown, and that was because of them in front. That Nissan's back end is all over the place, and oh, that guy, that was not me. That was the guy behind who smashed into my derriere. Joy.
RV, our closet says. Damn.
The AI is not always nice here. So that's that bit requested. So we're ready for our pit. Pit limiter is on. Where's my box? Where am I stopping? Do I know which team slot I'm in here? Who do I stop
RV, our
at?
closet says. Request a time before, otherwise they won't be ready for you.
What? So I've got more setups to do. How? Pit stop established 31 second.
RV closet says stop sign.
I didn't see it. Oh, stop sign. Oh, okay. So right to the end. That's what I meant. Is there a... I was wondering if there's a dedicated thing. So we got to stop in there. It's weird. There's no people around it doing it.
No, your request button. Pit in.
Okay, cool. So it's just get to the stop sign. I do my time. Ba-bum, ba-bum, go. It's weird hearing them doing stuff, but I can't see them. Here we go. Go. Okay. So that is one successful pit stop done.
RV closet says, but if you don't request a pit stop some time before, you will lose time in pit.
Yeah, I got ya.
My STX24 says, thanks for doing this bit of pitting lol. I have yet to set it up. Is 100 mph into pit acceptable?
100 mph into pit is not acceptable. Make sure and set your pit limiter up.
RV closet says, hee, no grinning face. My STX24 says, LMAO.
I think I should have sent a very, very big negatory on the 100 mph in pit lane. That will definitely cost you some extra time.
RV closet says, pit in button now salsa, so they are ready.
Yeah, 80 kilometers per hour is our pit time. Is our pit speed there.
RV closet says, looking good.
Yep. So 79 kph is our max speed in the pit lane.
RV closet says, nice work.
And don't forget to turn your pit limiter off as you're coming out.
closet, says. And don't forget the limiter. RVR closet, says. Grinning face.
Right. So, we're going to leave on the actual thing there. Is that 10? 10:55, so nearly 11 o'clock. We're going to leave on a full race. We've got the whole thing of the pits going on. That routine is set. Let's try and see if I can actually do that. My throat's about to go or something, so I'm going to grab one of these. I've got no drink left, so I'm going to have a sweet. So I'm sorry if you hear me sucking at more than my driving. It's just me on a hard-boiled sweet thing for my nose and my throat, because it's a thing and I need a tissue.
The VR realm, says. Lol.
Right. So this is the one where we hopefully do the full race. Hopefully don't have too many major upsets like we've had in some of the previous races. We've got everything sorted out for how to pit, how that works, all the buttons that I need to do that for the driving, the car driving. The car in general is feeling good to me. That was a scary place to unpause. We're going to press restart. I do love these sort of little virtual tours of places like that. Look at the LOD distance as well. I do have pretty much everything turned up to the max in this game. And with that many cars on the grid, I'm not surprised it's got a little bit of a frame skippy bit there. Plus, I've had to turn on a secondary mirror because the normal mirror in the game wasn't working. And broadcasting, so I'm pleased enough with that. Right, let's race.
RVR closet, says. I have to go work a bit salsa. Great stream, bro. And Sunday will be a blast.
Yes, hopefully I can do the whole join in. We will hopefully see. But it's good practice to try all this stuff as well. And thanks for joining. Thanks for the advice and setup stuff. Right, let's get on with the show. Wow, that's a crunch. Come on. That was just about avoided a very nasty accident there. Hello, Mr. Nismo. Where are you going? Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yo, dude, leave me somewhere on the road, why don't ya? That back end of that Nissan is all over the shop, I tell ya. You can see it waggling its tail. It's like a puppy dog that's spotted a bone. Right, let's get this line right. Through there. Nice. Good. In here. Bottom. I think that was okay. That was okay, yeah. Quite pleased with that. Dude. Oh, that was insane. Oh. Wow. Did you see that? Need to get myself back together there. My brain is a little bit sloshed after that. It's like, whoa. Oh, that was good. That felt good. Could have been better there. We've got time to gain a place here, I think. Oh, I went over. Yellow flag, yellow flag. Come on. Oh. I feel that was as close to the edge as I was getting there. Oh, that was a little bit active. Back end wanted to step out on me there. I gotta not feel the pressure. I gotta get this right on the money. That's about as right on the money as it gets. Yeah, we can make up some time there. That still turned out okay for me. I don't recommend doing that though normally. I made up a place doing that. I feel bad about that. Not too bad though. It's a good job there's no damage on. Otherwise that would have been race end, I think. But I'm an amateur. Remember this? I'm an amateur. And it was basically, I missed what happened there so that you understand. I actually missed my braking point. So I overshot that badly. Come on. Push it.
My STX24 says, I gotta go, buddy. CYA Sunday, I hope.
Take care, Mystics. Thanks for joining. Thanks for all the advice and stuff. It's been very helpful. People, don't forget, Mystics, RVR Closet, Magic, they've all got channels. You can go see their content as well. And of course you can join the 3D 3 Dudes Discord channel if you want to join in on some challenges like this enduro race that we're kind of setting up here. There'll be some Dirt Rally 2 coming up when that goes into the VR. I was a little bit off on that. Okay, we got that back. Got 13 litres of fuel left. Hopefully that is enough to make it. It is. And here we go. Making it over the finish line, and we come 11th. So there we go. That was an 11th place. So we started in, I think it was 18th, and we made it down to 11th. There was some mistakes made along the way. Maybe I could have gained a position or two if those mistakes were not made. They were, however, and that's as good as we can get. So we came 11th place. Let's see that roll round. There we are. 12 minutes. We'll press the continue. I'm not sure what my can we, is there a, so there, that was the race, because I think this currently does that, so I can see what was there. If I press that, I can do a replay, so you can see. We want, so we'll just get that going as a replay while we finish off the stream. I wanted to see how things are replayed in here anyway. Figure from my perspective, it's going to be, you know, in VR, so wherever I'm looking, I don't know if it's going to auto switch cameras or what it's going to do with this, because I haven't done this before, so we will see what this replay type thing does. Come on, come on. Okay, so we've got things there. We're just going to say play. They've got camera pan, check out the side of this car. So that's the side of my car there. And we're off. Check this out. Oh, that looks awesome. Oh, talk about a blow by blow. Wow. That was so close there. That was so close.
The VR realm says, right, I better turn of Elder Scrolls Online and get some sleep. Catch you later, Salsa. We'll have to chat over Discord at some point.
Yes, dude, definitely. Get sort of like some written up points and where we're going to start. It might be a good point to actually try and get something this week or the start of next week, because obviously there's a lot of news at the moment, particularly in headset stuff. This is amazing as a That's not my car. Where's my car? Need to find my car. Ah, this is my car.
Says, yeah, sounds good. Got my index pre-ordering for first shipment. Grinning face with big eyes.
I haven't pre-ordered anything at the moment because there is some money things that I want to go, because I am obviously trying to save my own place as well, and I'm like, there's something else that I kind of want as well, but so I'm a little bit after I saw the specs of the index, but we'll talk about that as it's happening. Check this out. That is so awesome when you're right side by side. Oh, he didn't want to let me back on that track, and I was sort of like not yielding a little to him there. We're touching around there, and then across, and you can see that was the whoa, oh, that was extreme. That was extreme. Okay. With that playing in the background, let's turn that into the director's chair. No. There's my car, so we'll do that. There, is that me? No.
The VR realm.
Oh.
Says, yeah, definitely. I'll reach out over Discord over tomorrow. Need my bed now. Need to be up 5 a.m. tomorrow. Catch you later.
Yeah, take care, dude. Oh, this is a good view. That's me. Wow. Okay. Right. Let's just wrap some stuff up. I need a control. Okay. I just want to say, obviously, thank you for everybody who's joined in. It's been great having everybody. It's been great having the chat. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to do some different things here. Let me just do something there. There we go. That's going to look better, isn't it? So, yeah. Hopefully, I will be able to join in what we've been practicing for here and get this type of action racing with some real people. The guys at on the 3D Dudes Discord, which you can find in the description down below if you want to join in on some cool things with some cool people and join in some great racing like this type of action. Obviously, I'm not the best in there, but it looks like I could possibly be in contention with Magic a little bit now and again. So that's going to be fun and exciting. Hopefully we'll do that. Hopefully you'll all join us. And of course, this is, if you're watching back on YouTube, there's going to be, that way, yeah. There's going to be a subscribe button along there if you haven't already subscribed. So go subscribe. And there's going to be a video up there for you to watch, and there's going to be another one that's going to be over that way. But in the meantime, good night, drive safe, remember to keep those revs up. Bye.